Hi guys. So I know I generally make really positive videos but I want my channel to be real, and that's why I've left stuff up there that's emotional, that's upsetting for me, that's things that other people wouldn't have on their channel. I keep on my channel because I want it to be real. And today's video is going to be another one of those real ones, and it might offend some people, it might be upsetting, but you might find it funny too, but it's only funny till you realize that there's people like this out there, and maybe you're even one of them, but I hope you're not, because it's terrible if you are. So you're probably not. It's probably not you. But there are people like this out there, and the reason I'm making this video is because I want to help, and I have some ideas as to why they're like this, and how I have some really good advice as to how I can help. So, and things that will be helpful. Not I can help, because I can't really help them. People have to help themselves. But things that will be helpful for them. So it's all about terrible people. So the question is, are you one of them? Are you a terrible person, right? So are you a person that takes joy in other people's failures, or do you enjoy putting obstacles in other people's lives and take joy in throwing challenges in their way to make things harder for them, right? Do you enjoy spreading rumors or gossiping and hurting others and lying about them? Because as awful as this sounds, and it sounds like this isn't real, this is real. There are men, I know people like this. There's quite a few people I know that are like this, and they actually take joy in the hurt and the sadness of other people, and it's like horrific. And I'm not talking about sociopaths. I'm not talking about people with mental illness. I'm talking about just your typical run-of-the-mill bitches is what they are. They're nasty women, usually. Usually. Men don't get involved in this kind of stuff. It's women. And they're nasty. So this is what this video is about. So I'm going to give you 3 ideas as to why, when it's not related to mental illness and not related to any diagnoses, why you're like this. So the first reason is that you hate yourself. You hate yourself. And the reason is probably because you haven't grown into the person that you wanted to be. You've ignored your values. You've ignored your beliefs. You've ignored everything you wanted to be in your life. And you've done it all for either capital gain or to look a certain way or make an impression, or to keep up with, what everybody else has and stuff like that. And you failed yourself, and you turned your back on your own self and your own values, and you hate yourself for it. You have a deep-rooted, true hate for yourself, and you take it out on other people, and you see the world in a negative way, and you only feel good when you lash out in hateful ways. So that's one of the reasons why you could be like this. The second reason is because you are so jealous, because you're so unhappy despite all the success you've had or all the good things that have happened to you. But you're so unhappy with yourself, and you see other people that you value, you see other people that you deem to have so much less than you, so happy with themselves and so confident and so fulfilled in life, that it makes you nasty and jealous and hateful, because other people seem to be happy with their accomplishments and happy with what they have, even if you think it's less than what you have, and they don't deserve to be happy because they don't have as much as you have. It burns you to the ground that these people can be happy when you are like bitter and nasty and angry, even though you have what you think is so much more than other people. Okay? And the third reason is because you're so bitter that others seem to be resilient to the challenges thrown at them and to things that have come up in their life, particularly challenges you've thrown at them. Sometimes not, just the world throws at them because people have challenges. Shit happens, right? Life is hard. So, but you struggle to be happy with your day-to-day, getting through it when you have minimal problems, and you see other people flourishing even though they've had big problems, and they're actually happy, and they wake up every day like every day is a fresh start and a new day, and they wake up with joy, and they're happy to be alive and happy to experience all the little things that make them happy in life. Like, they value the little things, and that's what brings them joy and happiness. And you have big things, and it doesn't even bring you joy and happiness. So that's the third reason why. Okay. And the problem is here, and there's an underlying issue here, and it all comes down to comparing yourself to others. So if you're one of these people that's a terrible person, and it's most likely one of these causes, and you're doing some thinking and it's sounding familiar, and you're like, oh yeah, I do kind of feel like that about people, you need to stop comparing yourself to other people, because everyone has different gifts, right? Everyone's been given different gifts. Maybe you haven't found yours yet. Maybe you have, but you just don't realize it, or you don't appreciate it. Or maybe someone else's gifts are more overt than yours. Like, maybe they're beautiful and you're ugly, or you think you're ugly. Or maybe they are smarter than you. Some people are smarter than other people. Like, there's people that are smarter than me. There's always going to be someone smarter. There's always going to be someone prettier. There's always going to be someone with less and someone with more. Like, this is just how the world works. It balances out, and not everybody has the same gifts. But you've got to realize that and accept it, and be okay with knowing that you're not everything to everybody. You're everything to the ones who love you, but not to everybody. And that's okay. To everybody else, you're just another person, and you have to love yourself and value yourself. And that's where the hate towards other people will stop. So I've got some tips for you. First of all is self-reflection. You need to reflect on yourself. Reflect on what causes you to feel this way. And if one of these causes I've mentioned are one of them, then that's something you can work on, because you can journal it, you can work through it, you can do some shadow work, which is really introspective work on what's caused these feelings and where they initiated from, where they started, what grew them, what triggers you, what makes you feel this way about someone, what qualities in other people bring these feelings and hatred out in you. That's important to identify, because you need to be able to know your triggers and have tools in your little toolbox for how you're going to manage yourself and keep yourself in check, so you don't act like a terrible person because you've been triggered. And the second or third most important thing, other than self-reflection and journaling, is therapy. You need therapy, okay? And there's no shame in therapy. Everybody's gone to therapy at some point in their life. Like, I mean, therapy is wonderful. I have no shame in telling you that. I've gone to therapy. It helps you, even if you feel like you don't have problems, it helps you really identify yourself, really become clear with your goals and what you want in life and where you're heading in life and where you're unclear. Therapy is wonderful. And this isn't sponsored, but I have to tell you, BetterHelp is the best thing to happen to therapy since therapy itself. You can do it through text, you can do it through phone calls, you can do it through video chats. If you aren't comfortable with your therapist, you can just anonymously, without having to face that therapist again, just message in and say you need a new therapist. This one doesn't fit with you, because therapy is like shopping. You've got to find a good fit. Like, it's like you need to find the right fit for you. Whereas with traditional therapy, you have to go back to your doctor, get a new referral, go see a new therapist, start all over. And it's like break the ice again, start over. With BetterHelp, you don't have to do that. You don't have to go through that and all the waiting games. It's just a text away, and you can get a new therapist. So guys, if you are filled with hate so much that you're a hateful, angry person and you're hurting other people's lives, reflect on it. Don't shame yourself. Know that it came from somewhere and that you have triggers that you just didn't identify before. And work on it and change and make this year the year to be a better person and be a positive contribution to people's lives instead of an obstacle in the way of other people's success and happiness. You can do that, and it's all about self-choice. We all have free will. We can choose who we want to be every day when we wake up. I could change and decide I want to be someone else in 10 minutes if I want, and that's it. We have free will. We can decide who we want to be. And if we want to be a better person, we can be. But get some therapy if you feel like you're one of these people. And look up BetterHelp. And you know what? There's free therapy and counseling in areas too. You can look into that. But I strongly suggest BetterHelp. It's the best investment you'll ever make. If you spend money on getting your nails done or your hair done or anything, invest in therapy first, because being better on the inside will make you more beautiful on the outside. Being a good person inside radiates from the inside out, and the world sees happy, positive people as more beautiful people. And it doesn't matter what your nails look like or what your hair looks like or what your face looks like or anything. If you radiate positivity and kindness, then you're going to be a more beautiful person all around. So that's it, guys. And it might be a funny topic, but if you know somebody like this or you've experienced this, it's not so funny, because it's really tragic and really sad and awful. And I hate having to make videos like this, but sometimes I just got to be real. So I'll see you guys soon. Have a good night.